Hello and welcome to another episode of Finance and Fuel, your go-to podcast for all things cars, fuel and finance in South Africa. Today we are driving into the first and most exciting yet challenging decision you will face when buying a car, and that is choosing the right vehicle. Alright, so before you even start looking at cars, the first thing to think about is, what do you actually need from this vehicle? I think that is often where people get it wrong. We tend to fall in love with the car's looks or features, but then later realize, hey, this isn't practical for my family or my lifestyle. So let's break it down. If you are living in the city and you are mostly commuting, your needs are going to be different than someone who's driving long distances or need to haul stuff. If you are just looking for something compact, the Suzuki is a great choice. The Suzuki Swift or the Alto are small, affordable and fuel efficient, ideal for urban living. But then if you've got a family or you go on regular road trips, a bit more space is probably in order. Something like the Renault Duster or the MG ZS gives you that extra room without compromising too much on fuel economy. And of course, if you are someone who's always carrying things around, whether it's for your business or your lifestyle, maybe you need a bakkie or a commercial vehicle. And that's where Volkswagen's Transporter or the JS6 T8 comes in. The point is, choosing the right car isn't just about looks, it is about how well it fits into your day-to-day life. Okay, so once you've figured out what you actually need, the next big factor is your budget. We all have a budget in mind, but it is important to not just think about the upfront cost. I'm talking about the real cost of ownership that includes things like fuel, maintenance, insurance, and repairs. Those costs can add up in the long run. So if you're on a tighter budget, something like the Renault Kwid or the Suzuki Swift is going to be perfect. Both are great entry-level options, easy to maintain and don't cost much to fuel up. Okay, so the Jetour X70 is another solid option for a budget-friendly SUV with plenty of space and features, especially if you are looking for something a little bit bigger. Now, if you have a bit more room to move, something like the Volkswagen Polo Vivo or the MG ZS can give you that premium feel without going overboard. These cars are reliable and they are great for someone looking for something a bit more stylish but still affordable in the long run. Then if you've got the budget for something more luxurious, Audi offers that perfect blend of performance and comfort with models like the Q3 or the A3. They'll cost more upfront, but they are getting that German engineering that's built to last. The takeaway here is important to plan from the long-term cost of owning a car, not just the sticker price. So next up, let's talk about performance and fuel efficiency, two things that often go hand in hand. South Africa's roads aren't always kind to our cars, to say the least, so you want something that can handle the load, whether it is long commute, off-roading, or just frequent trips on the highway. For fuel efficiency, you really can't go wrong with something like the Suzuki Swift or the Renault Kwid. They are incredibly light on fuel, which is a huge win, especially with fuel prices consistently on the rise. So if you are looking for a compact car that gives you further for less, these are your go-tos. But let's not forget, if you are getting into something a bit larger like a SUV, the VW Tiguan or the Audi Q3 are pretty efficient considering their size. They offer that luxury and performance while keeping the fuel consumption reasonable. Now, if you are in the market for a workhorse, something that's going to take a bit more of a grunt, something that's a bit more rugged, The JAC-T8 is built to handle tougher conditions and still offers decent fuel economy for a bakkie. The same goes for the VW Amarok or the Transporter. They are commercial vehicles, sure, but they are built for the long haul and can save you money on fuel in the process. So when it comes to performance, it's all about finding that balance between the car's power and how much it is going to cost to keep it running. Alright, so now let's touch on something that's becoming more and more important: safety features and tech. Whether you are buying for yourself, your family, or for a business, you want to know that your vehicle is going to keep you safe on the road. So thankfully, today's cars come with a lot of advanced safety features. Even in the more affordable models, for example, the Renault Kwid offers ABS, airbags, and rear parking sensors. So even though it is an entry-level car, you are still getting some of the great basic features. Then, if you are looking for something more premium, the Audi Q3 is loaded with top-of-the-line tech, and adaptive cruise control is in it, and lane assist and multiple airbags. It's built to keep you as safe as possible, especially for longer journeys. For those of you who want driver assistance tech, but without the luxury price tag, the Volkswagen Golf or the Tiguan are perfect in this. Both offer forward collision warning, blind spot monitoring, and automatic emergency braking. These features can make a big difference, especially when you are navigating traffic on highways. Ultimately, you don't just look at the car's looks and the price. Make sure that it has safety features that match your needs. So making the final decision. Now that we've talked about your needs, your budget, fuel economy, and safety, how do you make the final decision? Well, it's all about balancing your priorities. Are you prioritizing cost efficiency? Then something like the Suzuki Swift or the Renault Kwid might be the best option for you. Looking for something a bit more stylish with some power under the hood, the MG ZS or the Volkswagen Polo Vivo are great choices. But if you are after luxury, performance, and advanced tech, don't sleep on the Audi Q3 or the VW Tiguan. And don't forget about the commercial vehicles. If you need something for work, the Volkswagen Transporter, the JAC-T8 are all solid choices. Alright folks, I hope today's chat has helped you get a clearer picture of how to choose the right vehicle for you. It's about matching the car with your needs, your budget, and your lifestyle. So don't rush the process and always take your time with that final decision. Thanks so much for listening to today's episode of Finance and Fuel, and I'll catch you on the next one with more tips to keep you fueled and financially savvy. Safe driving, everyone. Bye.